They buzz in our ears, land on our food, and vanish before we can swat them. Most of us see flies as nothing more than pests, but what if their presence means something more? What if every wing beat, every landing, and every watchful stare from those giant eyes hides a secret? A secret not of Earth, but of something far older, stranger, and alien? Imagine this. You're sitting in your room, the light is dim, and everything is still. Then, suddenly, the silence is broken by that familiar buzzing sound. A fly darts past your face, hovers just out of reach, and disappears into the shadows. It feels random. It feels ordinary. But is it really? Or have we just learned to ignore something that's been trying to get our attention for centuries? Flies are among the oldest creatures on our planet. They've been here for millions of years, surviving ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and even mass extinctions that wiped out giant dinosaurs. Where entire species vanished, the fly remained. Their survival story alone raises a question. How did such a fragile-looking creature become one of Earth's greatest survivors? Was it pure chance or something more deliberate? When we think about alien life, our minds often go to massive ships, strange humanoid figures, or glowing lights in the sky. But what if we're looking in the wrong direction? What if the truth about alien presence is not above us, but buzzing right in front of our eyes? The fly, with its strange design and eerie persistence, could be carrying secrets that science has yet to fully uncover. Look closer at its body. Its wings beat hundreds of times per second, moving so fast that we can barely track them. Its compound eyes, thousands of tiny lenses packed together, allow it to see in almost every direction at once. That's nearly 360 degrees of vision, a skill that even our most advanced cameras struggle to match. In a way, the fly is like a living drone, constantly observing, constantly aware. And unlike our technology, it doesn't need batteries, wires, or satellites. It simply exists. This raises unsettling possibilities. Could such a creature really be the result of random evolution? Or is it possible that the fly has been shaped, guided, or even designed for a purpose we don't yet understand? Think about it. A small, unnoticed being that can infiltrate every home, every city, every corner of the earth, a being that thrives among us without suspicion. If you were an alien race trying to study humanity, would you not choose the perfect disguise, the fly? And yet we laugh it off. We call them dirty, annoying, meaningless. But history has shown us that the smallest things often hold the greatest power. Invisible bacteria shaped human history by causing plagues. Microscopic particles carry the codes of life itself. Perhaps the fly, too, is part of a story far bigger than we imagine, a story where Earth is not just home to humans, but a testing ground, a laboratory, or even a stage for alien secrets. So tonight, as you hear that faint buzz in your room, ask yourself, are you being annoyed by an insect? Or being watched by something much more intelligent, hidden behind the fragile wings of a fly? Asterisk, at first glance, the fly seems ordinary. It buzzes through the air, it lands on your food, it hovers just long enough to annoy you, and then it's gone. But the truth is that this ordinary insect wears a mask, one that hides abilities so strange, so advanced that they seem almost unnatural. To call them pests is to underestimate them. In reality, flies are masters of survival, creatures whose design borders on perfection. Let's start with their eyes. Unlike humans, who rely on two forward-facing eyes, a fly has thousands of tiny lenses packed into each of its compound eyes. Imagine holding a disco ball in your hand, with hundreds of mirrored surfaces all reflecting light in different directions. That's what the fly's vision is like. With this strange design, it doesn't just see what's in front of it, but nearly everything around it. It's almost impossible to sneak up on one. The moment you raise your hand to swat, it's already seen you coming. It's like living inside a dome of mirrors where nothing escapes your sight, and then there are its wings. A fly can beat its wings hundreds of times per second, creating movements so quick that our eyes blur trying to follow them. Think about how difficult it is to catch one in midair. No matter how fast you strike, the fly seems to slip away in the last second, dodging with uncanny precision. Scientists say their reflexes are almost 10 times faster than ours. In human terms, it's like living in slow motion. where every movement of the world can be analyzed and reacted to before it even happens. Isn't that the kind of ability we associate with advanced machines or alien technology, rather than something we casually swat with a newspaper? But the strangeness doesn't end there. Flies are survivors of extremes. They can adapt to poisons, grow resistant to chemicals, and even thrive in environments we find unbearable. No matter how much effort humans put into wiping them out with sprays, traps, or poisons, flies always find a way back. It's almost as if their design carries a built-in code for resilience, a blueprint that ensures their survival against all odds. Some species can even lay eggs in the harshest of places, ensuring their kind spreads endlessly, quietly multiplying in every corner of the earth. Then there's their behavior. Have you ever noticed how a fly always seems to appear when food is left unattended? Or how it seems to vanish into thin air only to reappear as if it had been watching you the whole time? To most of us, these are coincidences, small irritations in daily life. But looked at differently, they paint the picture of an organism that is far more than instinct-driven. They behave almost like observers, drawn to human activity, constantly present in moments of vulnerability, when we eat, when we rest, when we are distracted, and let's not forget their incredible sense of smell. Flies can detect scents from enormous distances, far beyond what humans or even most animals can imagine. A tiny crumb left on the floor, invisible to us, becomes a beacon to them. To put it into perspective, if humans had the same olfactory power as a fly, we could smell a meal cooking in another city. With this ability, they are not just wanderers but highly specialized trackers, capable of honing in on their targets with terrifying accuracy. Put all these traits together: 360-degree vision, lightning-fast reflexes, survival against toxins, uncanny tracking abilities, and you begin to see a different picture. These are not random features. They form a pattern, a design. And like all designs, they suggest a purpose. What if the ordinary mask of the fly is just that, a mask? What if behind those twitching wings and compound eyes lies a function far more calculated than we dare imagine? Think about it. If you wanted to create the perfect spy, you wouldn't design something big, obvious, or threatening. You'd make it small, unnoticed, able to slip into every home, every space, without drawing suspicion. You'd give it eyes that see everything, reflexes that make it untouchable, and instincts that push it to follow humans wherever they go. In short, you'd make a fly. The next time you dismiss a fly as a simple insect, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this buzzing creature just part of nature's endless randomness? Or is it wearing an ordinary mask, hiding the possibility that its true purpose lies in watching, recording, and surviving, not just for itself, but for something far beyond our world? Asterisk: for centuries, humans have looked up at the stars, searching for signs of other worlds. We build telescopes, launch satellites, and scan the skies for signals. But what if the truth has never been above us? What if the watchers are already here, buzzing past our ears, sitting on our windowsills, hiding in plain sight? The fly, so common that we barely notice it, might be more than an insect. Imagine, for a moment, that it is part of a design and ancient program woven into Earth's ecosystem. A living drone, crafted not by human hands, but by something far more advanced. If aliens wanted to observe us without ever being seen, what better agent than a creature so small, so overlooked, that it could travel anywhere without suspicion? Think about how flies behave. They are drawn to us with uncanny precision. They enter our homes uninvited, hover near our food, land on our skin, and never truly leave us alone. To most, this is explained as instinct, a hunger for sugar, moisture, or warmth. But instinct does not explain their persistence. Why do they return again and again, no matter how many times we swat them away? Why do they seem to appear at the exact moments we are least guarded? Some would say this is chance. Others whisper that it is surveillance. Their bodies are built for observation. With compound eyes covering nearly every angle, a fly could be seen as a natural camera, capturing countless fragments of movement at once. To us, their vision is chaotic and alien. But what if that chaos is ordered when processed by something else, something capable of translating those fragments into a larger picture? Imagine every fly as a collector of images, a recorder of human life, transmitting data in ways we cannot detect. In ancient folklore, flies have often been seen as messengers of the strange and the supernatural. In some cultures, they were linked to spirits of the dead, said to carry whispers between worlds. In others, they were feared as signs of curses, omens that something unnatural was near. Even in modern times, strange stories persist: UFO sightings followed by sudden swarms of flies, paranormal encounters where the buzzing appears without explanation. Could this be coincidence? Or a trail of evidence we've ignored? Science, too, offers unsettling clues. Studies have shown that flies are capable of detecting changes in the environment faster than most animals. They sense shifts in air pressure, chemical traces in the atmosphere, and movements invisible to human eyes. To us, these are survival skills. But in the hands of an intelligent designer, they could serve as tools of monitoring. Imagine flies not just observing us, but also tracking the world itself, gathering data on weather, disease, and even human technology. And then there is their resilience. No matter what we do, we cannot rid ourselves of them. Entire industries pour chemicals into the fight against flies, yet they adapt and return stronger than before. Some argue this is evolution in fast forward, but what if it is something more? What if the fly is programmed never to fail, never to vanish, ensuring that the watchers always have eyes among us? There are even darker theories. Some believe that flies are not merely observers, but carriers, tiny couriers of information. Viruses, or even alien DNA. The idea may sound like science fiction, yet history has shown us that the smallest organisms can bring entire civilizations to their knees. What if the fly's true agenda is not just to watch, but to alter, to spread, to prepare humanity for something we cannot yet see coming? It's unsettling to think about, but ask yourself, why does the fly never truly leave us alone? Why, out of all the millions of insects on Earth, does this one remain so close to human life, feeding on our waste, drinking from our food, circling our every move? Perhaps it is because we are not simply its prey, but its project. Perhaps the buzzing in your room is not the sound of an insect, but the sound of something far more calculated, an alien presence disguised in the most ordinary form imaginable. So, the next time a fly hovers near you, pause before you wave it away. It may not just be looking for a crumb of food. It may be watching, recording, or waiting. And if that's true, then the question is no longer, what is the fly? But rather, who sent it and what do they want? Asterisk, the fly leaves us with a puzzle. We can swat it, poison it, or chase it out of our homes, but we can never escape it. It always returns as if bound to us by something more than nature. And maybe that is the true reason flies feel so unsettling, not because they annoy us, but because deep down, we sense that they do not belong entirely to us, or even to this Earth. Think about it. Humanity has studied space for centuries, yet most of the universe remains unknown. Scientists tell us we have explored only a fraction of our own oceans, let alone the vastness beyond the stars. If alien life exists, why would it announce itself with flashing ships or glowing beings? That would be too obvious, too easy to reject or fear. Instead, what if contact came quietly? What if it arrived in the form of something small, unthreatening, and already accepted as part of the background of our lives? Something like, the fly. We pride ourselves on our intelligence, on our ability to dominate and understand nature. Yet here is a creature that outsmarts us daily. Its reflexes are faster, its vision more complete, its senses sharper than any tool we've invented. We build cameras and drones, but none of them match the fly's effortless design. We try to eliminate it, and it evolves around us. It's almost as if the fly is a mirror, showing us that the line between primitive insect and engineered intelligence is thinner than we think. And here is the most haunting thought. If the fly is truly more than it seems, then what does that make us? Are we the masters of this world or merely subjects being observed? Imagine billions of flies scattered across the planet, each one gathering information, each one sending signals in ways we cannot detect. The buzzing in your kitchen, the shadow on your window, the sudden flicker of wings in the corner of your eye. Could all of these moments be part of a network, a system designed to watch every move of the human race? Throughout history, we have told stories about watcher spirits, gods, angels, demons, and now aliens. Perhaps these stories were never wrong, only misunderstood. Perhaps the watchers were not in the heavens or in some distant galaxy, but right here among us, disguised in wings and compound eyes. The fly has been present in our myths, in our fears, and in our daily lives for as long as we can remember. Coincidence or evidence? The unanswered question remains, why? If flies are indeed part of something greater, then what is the purpose? Are they harmless observers, cataloging human history for some distant intelligence? Are they messengers, carrying signals across unseen dimensions? Or are they agents of change, preparing us for a future we cannot yet imagine? The truth is hidden, and perhaps that is the point? The mask of the fly is so ordinary that we never question it. And that makes it the perfect disguise. So tonight, when you hear that faint buzz circling your room, resist the urge to laugh it off. Look closer. Watch the way it moves. Feel the way it lingers, as if it has business with you. Because maybe it does. Maybe the fly has been waiting all along, a silent witness to your life, a reminder that the mysteries of this world are not always far away, they are right here, watching, listening, and waiting for the moment we finally see the truth. And when that moment comes, when the veil is lifted and the ordinary mask is torn away, the question will not be, what are flies? But who sent them? Until then, every buzz in the night, every flicker of wings in the corner of your vision will remain a message. A whisper. A warning, the fly is not here to be ignored. The fly is here to remind us that we are not alone.